Okay, hey everybody, this is Brian. Welcome to Chiller Night Live. Today is, what is today? Tuesday, April 8th. So, hope everybody is having a good evening. There's Dee. She's having a Google evening, everyone, she says. So, thank you for joining us, Dee. All right, let's get this started. And there I'll hit my first comment of the night. Good evening. All right, so. Hope everybody had a good week, and hope everyone's going to have a good night. Stephanie says, hey y'all. Hey Stephanie, thanks for joining us. There's my baby Ava heading to YouTube, she says, with a heart and a little devil face. Okay, we'll see you on the flip side there on YouTube. Okay, we actually from 8 o'clock every week, every Tuesday night from 8 p.m. Eastern Time until 9 p.m. we'll talk about all things horror, science fiction, paranormal. You pick the topic and we'll make a show out of it. Now, during the week, after we finished up last week's show, during the week, we had a viewer select a topic. They wanted to do crocodiles. This is George. George, I know you don't watch on the nights when we're streaming live, but you watch it the next day. George wanted to do crocodile horror movies. So tonight we'll be talking about crocodiles in horror movies. So get your wheels a-turning, and we'll be talking about that very, very soon. Jason says, good evening to my fellow ghouls and to our ghoulish leader. Oh, good evening, Jason. Thanks for joining us. Yes, tonight will be crocodiles in horror movies. All right, so kind of a scary thing. I would still rather take my chances with a crocodile than a shark. I don't know. I'm not an expert on either one of those. I don't know. Of course, I see more and more these I don't know, these swimmers are out there and they're diving and they're swimming beside the great white sharks, and I don't know, maybe a shark is, maybe that's I can't say safer. How's that? How? Maybe there's a tactic that's more well known for swimming with sharks than there is with the crocodiles. I don't know. I don't know. I guess either way, you're just kind of screwed. Stephanie says, I had a good week. In fact, this week is my vacation week. I hope you're enjoying your vacation week. And I have a good night. I watched old horror movies on TCM and made cheesesteaks in a crock pot. Oh, that sounds like a good night. Sounds like you're enjoying your vacation week, Stephanie, so glad to hear that. Jason says, Rogue was a great crocodile movie. Might have been an alligator. Crawl was horrible. Crocodiles, alligators, bah, we care not. We will talk about both because I'm sure. I think we both. I think where I'm getting my. I'll do the top 10. Okay, and I'm looking at ScreenRant.com for that. It says best crocodile / alligator horror movies ranked. So again, this will be their list, not mine, because there's I didn't pick them. I didn't go through that effort. But oh, Dee says, Brian, love your shirt. Oh, thank you, Dee. I appreciate that. Yes, the Crypt Keeper. John says it's Tuesday night, and it's time again for Chiller Night Live. The subject for tonight is why you don't flush gators, crocodiles down the toilet. Yeah, you're right. They'll get their vengeance in the end. This is Crozak the Grand, and now here's your host, Bryan Hogue. Yes, thank you, Crozak the Grand. And John sends a wavy emoji. Thank you, John. Always for your stellar intros. Stephanie says, does Lake Placid and alligator people count? Heck yeah. Yeah. Don't just rely on this list. I mean, feel free to engage in this tonight topic. Now, this is the main topic as we do every week. Feel free to branch off. That's fine. But I will be going down at some point throughout the duration of the show. We'll be talking about at least this list of horror movies with crocodiles. Sure, we'll throw alligators in there. Ava says it can. It can count. Yes, alligator people count. Sure, yeah. Bonus says, hey, hello, Chiller Night crew, and Brian and Miss Ava having cell reception problems down here. AT&T sucks for service in Corpus Christi, Texas. Oh, no. Well, boo on AT&T. Boo on them. So hopefully they'll get their act together so you can enjoy the hour that is Chiller Night Live. SBC says, crocodile in the sewer. Yep, that's probably how a lot of these monsters start. You know, not only explaining how they get there, but also their resentment toward humans. You know, imagine that. Imagine the trauma, you know, that they must endure and they're dealing with in their small little reptilian minds. Bonehead says, hey, or Ava says, hey, Bonehead. Bonehead says, geesh, I'm hungry for some reason. SBC says, hello, everyone. Hello, SBC. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so salutations being exchanged. D says, Lake Placid. Best Betty White scenes ever. Yes. And also, I want to mention, of course, the reason we even started doing this show to begin with, every Saturday night, folks, on Stream TV at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at streammedia.tv. You can watch 4 episodes of Chiller Night Theater hosted by Jack Shadow back to back on Stream TV every Saturday night. So check it out. I hope you do. Yeah, just want to have a good time watching some Chiller movies, and we'll have to see about getting some. You never know. Maybe we'll see about getting some new ones this summer. Stan says, "Good evening, all." Hey, Stan, thanks for joining us. Good evening. Bonet says, "Where's Tom Paisley at? Hope he's doing good." Yeah, Tom is missing. Well, I don't know if Tom, I can't say that for fact. I don't know if he's missing, but we don't see him here. I hope he's not missing. We don't see him on here. And Renee has been like a month or so gone. So I sure hope we see Renee on here again. Bonus says, "Good evening, Stan. We bid you welcome." Bella Lugosi in there. All right, so, and just to start things off with my shameless promotion, if you're in my neck of the woods, which is Venango County, Pennsylvania, that's up about, I'll throw a distance there, about an hour north of Pittsburgh. Actually, no, that's not true. About an hour and a half north of Pittsburgh. We're a little closer to Erie, or at least where the mall's located. At the Cranberry Mall in Venango County, not Butler. Because for some weird reason, we have two Cranberry Malls, and they are in counties that are side by side. So, but anyways, this is my store called Chiller Night, and inside we have escape rooms, horror-themed escape rooms, 1 hour with the Witching Hour and Zombie Outbreak. If you want to book those, you can see the number there, 814-209-8214, or you can book online at chillernight.com. And of course, we have the Jack Shadow's House of Terror, which will be back again this year for 2025. And stop on in the lobby store, pick up some monster merch. We got T-shirts and Funko Pop figures and all kinds of stuff. So, all right. Jason says, is the Hands of Fate Paul around? I haven't seen him on here for quite some time, although he had told me last time I talked to him, and he's told me actually numerous times that, and he's mentioned it on here too, so I don't have any, you know, it's okay to say, but, you know, his medicine does make him tired, so he doesn't stay up as late. So I'm hoping he watches it at a later time, and if you do, Paul, hope you are doing well, you and Manos. I know you like Manos for some reason. But that's okay, that's okay. Ava says that pic of the store needs updated. Yes, yes it does. Yes it does. Well, we'll be doing a commercial here pretty soon. Bonin says, that was actually me imitating Jack Shadow, imitating Bela Lugosi. Well, that's quite a talent. That's quite a talent. It sounded just like them. It sounded like both of them. In a weird way. Jason says, I may be coming home this weekend, Brian. If I am, I'll stop in to pick up some t-shirts. Oh, awesome, Jason. Very cool. I'll be there for on Friday for sure, from 6 to 8, and then Saturday 3 to 8. But yes, if you have any doubts or anything, just give me a call. Give you my cell number, or you can call the business number. It don't matter. But I will be out there Friday and Saturday for sure. The reason I'm altering, I'm kind of in this phase where I'm altering the hours right now is because I've got a ton of work that I'm doing, and I know it's April, but what I'm trying to get done, I'm hoping to have done by the Haunt opening up this year, because I'm building a lot more to it, or that's my plan anyway. So, and yeah, I'm working on quite a bit right now. So, got to pull back the hours to Friday and Saturday for sure. But to you, if you're in the area and you do want to book the escape room, if you see a date and time that is not available, just give me a call. Just give me a call at that number, and I will. I'll work with you. I'll most likely be able to accommodate your date and time, unless it's Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Then we're here. So I gotta draw the line. Even on Sundays, it says it's not open on Sundays. If you really want to do a group on Sunday, give me a call. All right, so Ava and I, we watched Wolfman this week. Over the weekend, Saturday night, we watched Wolfman, the new one from Universal. And I was not, you know, when the promo pics of the werewolf were coming out, I was not at all impressed with that, like not at all. But after watching the movie, I enjoyed the movie. I did enjoy it. I think it's an enjoyable movie, and I think that the werewolf, it's a little different take on a werewolf. But they really do a good job in making him seem very dangerous, and just very savage. So, yeah, I'd recommend it. Watch Wolfman. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I like werewolves. That's one of my favorite monsters, and I was not impressed with the publicity pictures for this, but I did enjoy the movie. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. All right. Bonin says, Jason, the original Manos was tough to get through. Oh, Jason says the Manos sequel was tough to get through. Oh, and then Bonin says the original was tough to get through. Stephanie says there's one with Anthony Hopkins, I think. Yeah, that one came out, The Wolfman. That was a remake of The Wolfman. What was that, 2010 maybe? And that was another case of I enjoyed the whole movie. Thought I got a little busy at the end. You know, that's my opinion. I thought it got. I think sometimes less is more when you're building to the cinematic uh, end of the movie. I think sometimes less is more. I thought it got a little busy there. Um, so I was about to say that about another movie I just recently watched, but I'm not going to give. It's not Wolfman. So Wolfman, I thought that the ending was fine, but anyway. Um, Fulton Pierce says more like ginger snaps, slow transformation instead of monthly transformation. Okay. Uh, Actually, I've never seen ginger snaps. I don't know. So they don't transfer with the full moon. Is that it? John says, "Oh, thanks for joining us, by the way, Fulton." John says, "Question: Has Chiller Night Theater shown any alligator or crocodile movies? Not yet. Not yet. Not that I. No, we had a couple of sea monsters or water creatures, but not. I don't think we've had an alligator or crocodile movie yet." Um, Fulton says, and Benito del Toro, who was a huge fan of the Lon Chaney Jr. original. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was good. It's just a very. Is that the? I'm thinking of the actor in The Wolfman. If that's who, or is that the director? I really am losing my who's who here. But if we're talking about The Wolfman with Anthony Hopkins in it, I think Benicio del Toro. Um, I enjoyed the movie. Like I said, the ending I thought was pretty busy, but that didn't make me, not enjoy the movie. That's just my preference. That's all. Um, Brian says I'm late. Hey, Brian, thanks for joining us. We haven't even begun to go down our list yet of uh, horror movies with crocodiles. Brad says, my wife and I skated for the annual ice skating of Erie. Now, that was awesome. Now, that is awesome, but nothing more awesome as the 1931 horror films Dracula and Frankenstein coming to the public domain in 2027. Yes, well, I hope your wife and you had a good time. You say it was awesome, so that's cool. You do that every year. I know it's an annual. The event's annual, but I think I remember seeing like every year. I think you do post for this, so that's pretty neat. Yes, and also what's neat is Dracula and Frankenstein coming to the public domain in 2027. Um, Fulton says no. She gets bit, and it's a slow transformation to an eventual large wolf-like creature. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've actually not seen that one. I know that's a pretty well known movie, but I've not seen that one. Ginger snap slow transformation. Cool, cool, cool. All right, now let me switch over to the ScreenRant.com. The best. Well, they do put both of them in the category alligator/crocodile movies. Okay, they have they say 10, but they do throw 11. They put alligator from 1980. The often overlooked creature feature about crocs in the sewers. All right, came out in 1980. Number 10. Crocodile 2, Death Swamp from 2002. A bloodthirsty mother croc avenges the death of its child. All right, that came out in 2002. I won't read all these synopses. They're crocodiles and alligators in the water, folks. That's the synopsis. All right. So Screen Rant number 9 on this list is Eaten Alive in 1976. Eaten Alive in 1976. So, it was directed by Tobe Hooper. All right. I've not seen this one. Slasher movie meets croc-centric creature feature. All right. That sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. All right. Now, number 8. This is their pick, not mine. Rampage from 2018. The big budget kaiju movie featuring an oversized alligator. All right. I wouldn't have. I mean, is it a movie that has a giant alligator? Sure. Sure.